What's up, everybody? It is Matt Modi with OddsJam, and for this video, I'm talking the Hawks versus Warriors. So there's two games on NBA TV tonight. This is the first of the two. It's played at 7:40 Eastern, and the Golden State Warriors are visiting the Atlanta Hawks. So because of the injury news out of Golden State with Steph Curry out with a foot injury, the Hawks find themselves pretty decently favored here. The OddsJam Perfect line prices their money line at minus 148. The Warriors is priced at plus 131. So 17 cents in market with there. And there actually is a play on the Hawks money line. And if you were so inclined to bet the Hawks money line, it would benefit you to do so on WynnBET Sportsbook, which provides the best odds for their money line at minus 130. And just looking at the matchup between these two teams, it makes sense why the Hawks are favored, right? The Warriors just really aren't the same team without Steph Curry. They had a surprising win in their last game against the Heat without Curry, but as we saw, the Jimmy Butler coach Eric Spoelstra, Udonis Haslem blow up on the sideline. The Heat have some issues of their own. So, and that Heat team also lost to the Sixers without James Harden and Tyrese Maxey the game before that. So, they're obviously working through their own issues. So, not to take away from the Warriors' win, but makes a little bit more sense in that context. And then just overall looking at these two teams. So, the Hawks currently sit at a disappointing 36-37 record. They're 10th in the East, and they're coming off a pretty bad loss to the Detroit Pistons in their last game. A lot of people, including myself, I was really high on the Hawks coming into the year. I thought they were going to make a legitimate regular season leap after a deep playoff run. You see it so many times with a team not quite getting there, but having a really successful and solid playoff run, using that energy into the next season and having a really good regular season. Obviously, that didn't apply to the Hawks the way I thought it would. I thought Trae Young, even though he's having a great year, really nothing to take away, was going to be in the MVP conversation. I thought young players like DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish were going to step up. John Collins, who was hurt with a finger injury in this game, has been complaining about his role this year. So just a lot of negative stuff coming out of the Hawks, and they seem to essentially win every other game. They'll follow up really good wins. Like earlier in March, they beat the Grizzlies. Really impressive win against the Grizzlies. And they followed up with 2 straight losses against teams with losing records. So that's just kind of how it's been for the Hawks. Head coach Nate McMillan was criticized for his lack of adjustments when he was with the Pacers. He did a pretty decent job in the playoffs, but seems to have reverted back to his the flawed ways he coached the Pacers for all those years. So pretty disappointing from the Hawks. And then when you look at the Warriors, really what it comes down to is Steph Curry's not playing. Okay, then they're probably ripe to fade. That's worked for the first 3 games that Steph's missed against the Celtics when he got hurt. And then following that, they lost to the Magic in a really gross game, and then they lost to the Spurs as well. So obviously, I know like I said, they're coming off that win against the Heat, but overall, fading the Warriors without Curry is generally a pretty profitable venture. So looking at this game, this specific betting matchup, I love the Hawks money line. So I bet the Hawks money line. Of course, I got it on PointsBet at minus 125, which the odds have changed and it's now 145, but I still love it at minus 130. So my official play is going to be the Hawks money line. Like I said, I got it at minus 125 as you see on the screen here. But I still love it at minus 130 on WynnBET. And one thing I want to highlight, what I just did, was add that bet to my bet tracker. So OddsJam offers a fee, it's for free, offers a free bet tracker. All you need to do is sign up, make an account. You don't need to put down a credit card or anything like that, and you get access to this bet tracker. It's an amazing tool. Obviously, it's a bet tracker, so what it does, track all your bets. But it's a really helpful tool just to kind of help your sports betting game. Gives you all the insights and analytics you could ever want. And like I said, it's completely free. So also, you get access to this odds page I'm currently looking at. So you could identify profitable plays just from the free version. But while you're there, sign up for a free trial, and then you'll want to sign up for the year after the 7 days. So as I said, Hawks money line. official play for this game. Looking at the point spread, the Hawks are about 2.5, 3-point favorites. I decided to sit out any spread plays. Obviously, I'm just going to take the money line. There is some value on the Hawks minus 2.5, priced at minus 116 on the OddsJam Perfect line. The other side's priced at plus 102. So there is some value there if you were so inclined, but I didn't want to risk it. I do have faith the Hawks win, but not enough faith for them to cover the spread. Even though it's only 2.5 points, I'm a little bit scarred from the Hawks team. So as far as the over-under, there's actually a pretty good mathematically profitable play on the over. Over 220 minus 110 on WinBet. If it were my official prediction without looking at any math or anything like that, as far as what the OddsJam Perfect line price is at, I actually would have thought this game would go under. In the 2 games that Steph Curry missed prior to the Heat one, well, I guess 3 if you include the Celtics game, they scored under 100 points twice, and they, I think, scored 108 or 110 against the Spurs, who have one of the worst defenses in the NBA. Granted, the Hawks also have a terrible defense, but the Warriors couldn't put up 100 points against the Magic. I wouldn't be surprised if they couldn't score in this game either. It's really going to come down to, is Clay going to have one of those Clay games? Is he going to put up 30 like he did earlier this season? Or is he going to be the unfortunate Clay that we've seen for most of the year, who really is unable to score? I mean, he scored over 21 points in 5 of his 26 games this year. So if Clay's not scoring, we'll see what we get from Jordan Poole, who's made a legitimate leap this year. He went from 20 minutes a game and 12 points per game last year to roughly 30 minutes and 17 points per game this year. The Warriors are pretty impressed with what they've seen from their rookies, Kuminga, especially Kuminga, but also Moses Moody. So if those players can step up, and obviously Draymond, you can count on him to play stellar defense, I could see the Warriors, A, winning this game, and B, putting up enough points to hit the over, but I'm not counting on it, so I am going to sit out the total. My official prediction, Matt's prediction, is under, but looking at the OddsJam Perfect line, there's a play on the over. So if you guys want to fade my brain and trust the math, I wouldn't blame you. Take the over. I wouldn't blame you. But as far as player props go, I have one that I really like, and I already hinted at it, but it is fading Klay Thompson under 21.5 points. So unfortunately, like I said, Klay, as lovable as he is as a person and as an NBA superstar, he just really hasn't been consistently great this year. He'll have random games, he'll have spikes of, oh, is this the old Klay? But he really hasn't been able to consistently sustain that. So betting on him to go under 21.5 points is a profitable play. It's also positive EV. It's priced at minus 128 according to the OddsJam Perfect line. The over is priced at minus 103, so that's 31 cents in market with. We got this at minus 103 on Bet Rivers. So I locked it in. As you can see, I put $50 on it, added it to my bet tracker, which again, you should sign up for. And the last part about the bet tracker, which I haven't even mentioned yet, it auto grades your bets. So you don't need to go in, manually mark a bet as won or lost. It does it for you. So it's a great tool. I absolutely love it. It's incredibly helpful for a sports bettor just to get all that insight into your bets. So I can't recommend it enough. Sign up for the bet tracker. Other than that, that's all I got for you. So would appreciate, just let me know what you thought of the analysis. You can hit me up on Twitter, my handle below. You can also comment on the video, provide your feedback that way. Would also appreciate a like on the video, subscribe to the OddsJam YouTube channel. But as far as this goes, that's all I got for you. So thanks for watching and have a good one.